Hello, guys. Welcome to Excel with Emmy. I feel like it's been a while. I did a sit down video or a live session. Welcome. If you joined the visa sessions before, you know they were very interactive and they were very helpful. Um, let's see if this is showing on YouTube before I start talking. I don't think this is working. Yeah, so for today, I'm going to share my today. First of all, I'm sure that if you have tried applications before, maybe you are doing it wrongly, right? That's what I said. Maybe you get application waivers and then you start to apply, or you see opportunities that have been shared, and then you pick these links and apply. Maybe I can pinpoint that to you that is what you are doing wrong. Why am I saying this? Because when people share application waivers, it's a ton of applications that are going in there, so it creates a lot of competition, right? And if people are sharing opportunities, people are not even doing research and they are just applying. So you don't put in a quality application. Now let's do things differently. Let's start from a journey where you are starting on your own pace, right? Let's say you are a novice, you are now starting this study abroad process. First of all, I'm going to talk briefly and then I'll share my screen on how you start. So if you are looking for fall 2025, this place is for you. And then if I've shared my screen, maybe after the live session, you want to go and practice it. And then this will help you get the program and the school. And then the next section, I'm hoping we can do this weekly as much as I can, so that at least we can walk through every time. I'm going to share the StreamYard link. If you will have any questions, you can actually share your questions in the chat. And when I share my screen and you have questions, you can ask me as well. Give me 1 second. Let me share the screen. All right, I can see 4 of you watching. Thank you so much for joining. You can share the link. This will be a recorded session so people can always join and learn. So I'm saying that you don't need to find an application waiver school to apply, because once they've waived the application, a lot of people are applying. You don't need to follow all of these opportunities that we are sharing. Yeah, they are good. They give you an idea of what school is giving application waivers. Now, what you have to do is do your research and see what fits for you, what is the less cost of attendance, what provides more scholarship, what provides more assistantships. And we are going to go deeper into these terms as we go on. And so today I'm speaking to 5 people that I think are interested in successful fall 2025. First of all, don't go for application waiver schools. Now instead, do this. First, decide on what country you want to go. Are you looking to go to the US, Canada, UK, any of these European countries, Netherlands, Germany, all of that, right? Decide. Now that you have decided, this place would be a good place for you if you are looking for successful for 2025 for US schools. For US schools, because that's where I went to school and I have more in-depth knowledge on the process. And so now that you have decided that you are doing it for a US school, you want to find a program. I didn't say find a school, right? So you want to find a program that you want to do. So let's say I did business administration and I want to read global logistics or supply chain. This is the program that I want to read. Let's say I did a BSc packaging technology and I want to read Master of Science in Packaging Technology, Master of Science in Packaging Engineering. This is what I want to do, right? So I found a program. Now the program should help you find a school, right? That's the inverse. Usually we find the school and then we use to find the program. But I would say that find the school, find the program and use it to find the school. So now we know we are going to read Master of Packaging Science or Master of Packaging Engineering. Then you go on Google and then be like, what as or universities in the US offering Master of Packaging Science, or universities in the US that are offering Master of Packaging Technology. Now, the search results will give you a number of schools. Now, you want to narrow it down by the cost of attendance, how you easily meet the requirements, what funding options are available. If these schools are not giving funding, why try in the first place if you get admission without funding and eventually your visa will be denied? And so these are the things you want to take into consideration when you have chosen the program and you are using the program to find or choose from the multiple schools that come up. So without wasting much time, I'm going to share my screen and do this quick search, and then we can take it from there. Oh, I've been told that people are not able to join the live session. Please let me know in the comment section if everything was smooth when you were trying to join. I don't want to speak to myself and then nobody's able to join. So let me know in the comment section if you are able to join. Yeah, I think it's working. Right? Any of the three people online, can you please type something in the chat? I want to see that it's working. Okay. I'll assume that it's working and then I'll keep going on. So now that we have decided on what program and what school, I'm quickly going to share my screen and then we take it from there. So share screen. Yeah, some Daniel said it's working. Thank you, Daniel, for letting me know. Um yeah, so I'm sharing my screen. Daniel, are you able to see me share my screen? Can you see my screen? Yeah, I think you should be able to see my screen. Daniel, can you see my screen? Okay, thank you so much. Daniel says you can see my screen. So first of all, I have decided I'm going to the US. I have decided I'm going to read Master of Packaging Technology. So this is how we are going to start. Master of Packaging Master of Packaging Technologies in the US, right? It's going to give us a couple of search. I've done this search before. I think I did a video on it. So maybe my search results might look at I've done it before. So these are number of schools that are doing packaging technology, right? So Rochester Institute of Technology, Pratt Institute, Michigan State, Virgin Tech Technology. So if you don't know the process at all, you can start from these schools. There's everything where the mouse pointer is a link that will take you to the school and the program. Can you see that? I'm going to do Clemson University because that is what I've worked with before. But if you are looking to get the best school for yourself, I would say that, like I said, there's a number of things that comes to play if you are doing if you are doing the search, right? You want to see, does Rochester offer assistantship? Rochester and Michigan State, who has a less cost of attendance, because the cost of attendance is the total cost of your education. Let's say Rochester is 15,000 total, and then Michigan is 10,000. Obviously, I'll say go for Michigan, because even if Michigan doesn't give you any scholarship, you do get 10,000 as the cost of attendance, which is less than 15,000, and they will give you 5,000 assistantships. So these are the analysis that you want to make. So today we are going to click on Clemson University. So you see, when I clicked on it, now it's taking me to packaging science on Clemson University. We are doing this because we are going to work towards the program requirements. You don't have to apply to any school you see online. If you are doing tailored applications and you are just doing 5 or 4 applications solidly, I bet you will get funding as well, because admission is easy to get. Okay, so now we are on the Clemson University website, and this page is what I want you to pay attention to. It tells you the measures, like, global logistics is a very huge term. Packaging science, packaging engineering, packaging technology is a huge term, right? So this page will give you the specialization and research emphasis. It will give you the admission requirements. It will give you the requirement for the degree, the job, the financial information, which is very good, because you get to know what is the cost of attendance, what is how is scholarship given, how is all of that given, right? So today the main focus is going to be admission requirements and the financial information. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that you guys are seeing my screen. Yeah, okay. I got feedback that you guys can see my screen, which is good. Thank you. Yeah, so if you are seeing my screen now, this is what we are going to work towards. Admission requirements, and pardon me if going to read, because I want us to go through this process together, so you know that you know what you are looking for when you have gone on these pages, right? Sometimes it looks like a lot of information. So it says, we require that all students have a faculty member agree to act as their major advisor to prior to acceptance. And so I don't know if you are a novice or you've not started this program before, this process before. That's where you hear people saying that I reached out to this professor, I reached out to this professor. It's not because they want to speak to somebody, right? It's because the program is requiring them to do so. And so, like this one, it says you need an advisor before you can start the process. So quickly, you know that one major fact or one major step in this process will be for you to contact program coordinators, which I'm going to teach you in this series, because we are going to look at how to get their numbers and all of that, right? So it says that we need to reach out to professors, and then for entering MSc student, Bachelor of Science in Food Nutrition, for, like, it's right now it's telling us what undergraduate degree you should have to be qualified. So it says if you have read Bachelor of Science in Food and Nutrition, packaging related disciplines is desirable but not required. GRE score are required. So this school requires you to write GRE. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, if you are someone who thinks, oh, writing GRE is not possible for me, or I can say right now it's not possible because we are in November. You can write GRE in the next month and still use it for applications in December. So it's a good time to start to look at these schools, right, and what they require. If you think, no, you don't want to write GRE at all, fair enough. Then you rule this school out because it's required. But then it says something that's valid here. It says that justification for GRE requirements should be, like, if you want the school to waive your GRE score, it only has to be the professor you've spoken to vouch that, hey, this student does not or cannot write the GRE to apply. So you reaching out to the school directly saying that you want GRE waiver, it will not work. Do you get it? So these are very important things that you want to look at when you are applying. It says prospective major advisors may petition to waive this requirement. A duly justified request for waive the GRE requirement should be addressed to the graduate program coordinator. Waiver requests from applicants will not be considered, right? Students typically complete MS before moving to PhD. You know, I've spoken about a couple of things like moving to straight PhD in my other videos. But then this program requires you to have the master's before moving to the PhD. So you know that if you're an undergrad and you're looking for PhD, this opportunity will also not work for you. If you have a list of Excel, or if you have a list of schools you are working through, you can cancel this school because one, is requiring GRE. Two, is requiring you to have a program, is requiring you to have a master's before PhD. So this is how you do your analysis to make sure you are a best fit. Let's say that you have seen an application waiver for Clemson University, packaging science. You just apply, you will get denied, you get admission without funding. I think I'm making some points, right? So please make sure you are reacting in the chat so that I can feel like I'm talking to somebody. Yeah, so I also like the dates and deadlines because I don't want you to do a late application. It says that the packaging FNPS program starts for the packaging whatever program has rolling admissions. If you say something has rolling admissions, it means they don't close admissions. As long as you apply, you get feedback. But it's always advisable to apply early because of funding as an international student. And accept students for the spring, summer, and fall semester. Applications are considered year-round for all semesters with the final deadline of acceptance prior to the last day to register for classes. And this is another thing that we want to look at for today. I think the degree requirements, the minimum requirements, it talks about the credits, the coursework. Thank you, Daniel, for your participation. I really appreciate that. Exams, it's so these things tell you what program am I going into. I today I was like, we are looking at the requirements and we are looking at the financial information. So can you see that no fees, this says that no fees specific apply to the FNPS graduate program. It means that, like, if we read from the beginning, it tells us that all their fees comes in the form of assistantship. So if you don't get assistantship, you get admission without assistantship. It means you didn't get funding, so you can go. So it says that the most common mechanism of support is a graduate research assistantship. Interested students are encouraged to contact prospective advisors regarding GRA, Graduate Research Assistant availability and eligibility. These assistantships are awarded on a competitive basis directly by the principal investigator of each research project. Graduate teaching assistantships are sometimes available but are much less common than the graduate research assistantship. In other videos on my channel, I've spoken about the differences between the graduate research assistant and then the graduate teaching assistant. Graduate research assistant, as the name suggests, is more research based, right? Graduate teaching assistant is more administrative based. You are helping the professor do some marking, you are helping the professor hold some office hour sessions. Those are teaching assistant positions. Research assistant, let's say the professor is reading, let's say in packaging technology, we have like value chain, logistics. So the professor is researching into value chain. If you're a graduate research assistant for a professor researching in value chain, you most likely be researching into value chain. So that's why you have to know, is this program thesis based or capstone based? And also, let me explain what thesis based and capstone based is. Capstone is you having real hands-on experiences during the time of this program. So let's say my program I did in grad school was capstone based. I traveled to Texas, worked with a real-time company. They gave me a problem to solve. We were on a team, like more or less like a consulting project. All right. If it is thesis based, then you have to write like you are going to do thesis, you are going to do research, and then you defend your thesis, like we do basically in our undergraduate courses in Africa. And so this is the basis. Right now we've spoken about, so I'll be passing these terms along, and then if I can explain, we'll do that. Graduate research assistantship is different from graduate teaching assistantship, right? And then we have the capstone based program, a thesis based program. You want to know all of these things and then know which one you are going for. And then quickly, let's look at, it says, so I think basically they were talking about how you get assistantships, right? Like I said, there's no fees for this one. And the contact information, you can reach out to all of these people for program information about this program. Usually I get people reach out to me like, I want to reach out to this professor, how do I do it? We literally did one search, packaging science or master of packaging technology in the US. It gave me a couple of schools. I clicked on one school. I came to the page. I saw the program requirements. Now we know that we need to talk to a professor to be able to be qualified for graduate assistantship. We need GRE. We need to know we want to do a thesis or capstone, right? So these are the basic things that I want us to look at today. And then, okay, let's look at this one, to research and the specialization and research emphasis, where, yeah, I think I get the feedback in the chat and I'm excited you guys are following. Thank you. Yeah, the specialization and research emphasis. I did tell you that packaging technology or packaging science is a huge program. Any program you want to read, let's say you're reading electrical engineering, biomed engineering, civil engineering, business administration, all of these programs have majors, right? Even under business administration, logistics, finance, accounting, business analytics, data analytics, all of these can fall under it. So if we have set packaging technology, there are specific details or measures under packaging technology that we want to pay attention to. So like this one says food microbiology, food chemistry, food development, product development, food engineering, human nutrition. So even as a novice as I am, right, I can do packaging technology, come do human nutrition, go do biology somewhere, end up in medicine, right? So there's a lot you can discover in research, and then you can plan your own life. You don't have to apply to schools because everybody is applying to study abroad, and you don't have a particular plan. You just apply and you get filled. It looks like you are trying, but you are not trying enough, right? So we have packaging dynamics, packaging logistics. So this one is also going to guide you to know which specific professor you are going to reach out to. If you are reading engineering, you type in electrical engineering, and then now you go to electrical engineering page. They said they have majors like microchips, semiconductors, product development. You want to know which one you are going for. Those will help you be able to reach out to professors as you want, right? So I think this is where we are going to end today. I don't want it to be much information. So I'm going to give you an assignment. Today, you are going to start your search. Look at what country you want to go. If you are looking at the US, this is a good place for you. Now, the good thing is you found that you are going to the US. What program are you going to read? Do you want to continue from your bachelor's degree? Are you moving differently to a different master's program? Are you looking at straight PhD? Type the name of just basic idea of the program, right? You don't have to get like now that I search packaging technology, I can decide I'm doing human nutrition, and it's valid because I've done the research. So just type anything that you want, come to the program page, see the specialization. Now we know the program requirements. So in our next video, we are going to look at how we are satisfying this program requirements. They said transcript evaluation. If you are new to this process, what is transcript evaluation? They said GRE. If you are new to this process, what is GRE? If they said you have to reach out to professors, if you are new to this process, how do you reach out to professors? So a brief idea of what we are going to do next. Next time, we are going to look at, if you can see where my pointer is, I did graduate faculty directory. So I can click on the graduate faculty directory, and then it will take me to every professor that is teaching in this program, and will give me their contact details. Can you see that? You can see their email, you can see their contact details. Now you can know how this, or you can know the specific details of these professors by this name is a link. So the link might take you to a page that will show you what this professor is actually researching into. So do you guys get where I'm going to? I'm sure that if not every one of you on this call, one person has been doing application based off application waivers. So they are waiting till February, March, when a lot of schools are waiving application to start. But a very successful fall application starts today. A successful fall application starts as early as September the previous year. So now I'm on one professor's page and it will tell me everything this professor. Can we see that he's reading food, nutrition, and packaging science? So now you know that if you are going the food and nutrition route as a major, then this professor might be someone you can look into reaching out to. The educational background, you can see his courses that he teaches, you can see his profile, you can see his research interest. So even if I'm reaching out to this professor, there is a lot that I can do, right? I can read his research interest, see what aligns with me, and then reach out to him saying that after reading about you, I saw that your research interest is in food, nutraceuticals, and I'm interested in that because this is this and this and this is what I've done in food nutraceuticals. Do you get what I'm saying? And so this is how we go about it. I hope this session was helpful. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We are going to look next at like these things that I've briefly spoken about today. I think I've repeated myself a couple of times. And so if you have any question, you can drop in the YouTube chat. And then I also drop a link. You can actually join the link to start asking your real-time questions if the chat is not working for you. Somebody said it's working. Thanks a lot. I now understand why I was rejected last year's PhD to Clemson University. Yeah, thank you. I'm very happy that at least you guys are seeing the difference between applying to schools. There's applying to schools and there's taking time to apply to schools. So now you know this professor. If you are reaching out to this professor, I can in our next sections, I'm going to use ChatGPT or any AI that I can use to write an email to a professor. I'll copy the professor's profile and everything. Tell ChatGPT about myself and my research interests. And then tell ChatGPT to write an email draft for me to write to this professor, requesting this professor to be my program advisor or my supervisor for my fall 2025 packaging science application. And you will see the email ChatGPT is going to generate. So I want you to take a step back today. This your live session should be a wake-up call for you that you are doing something wrong and you need to correct it. A lot of times you are saying that you like I think some of us are already getting tired of these applications getting rejected, professors not responding back to you, because if you just copy any email that is going around how to reach out to professors, mind you, tons of people are reaching out to these professors, right? They've read this email the same. So once he sees that the email is the template is ready before, he's trashing you in the can, right? Write something that is more tailored to your profile. Write something that is more tailored to who you are and how you connect to that person. I think I made an Instagram post that I said that make your thing authentic and genuine. And right. So I'm glad this is working. 1 second. Okay, I think one of my lights needed charge. Yeah, so I'm glad this is working. Thank you all so much for joining. I think nobody has a question. And so we are going to end today's session. And if you have any questions, you can, I don't know how we can be, I don't know if I should bring up how we can be sending questions the week before so that I can reach out. Like I can look at these questions before we start. So yeah, this is how you do it. Next time we are going to look at the program requirements and what they are. So you can start looking today. You have a homework. Please go decide what country you want to read, decide what program you want to do the Google search, see the program requirements. If you have to write GRE, usually it's not compulsory, but it really helps. It sets you apart because people are, mind you, it's not just Ghanaians that are trying to leave their country. It's not just Nigerians. It's not just Africans. Asians, they are sharp. They are intelligent. And so if you are competing with these people, at least you have to stand out. We can also do a session where we are revamping our resume. It takes me hours to revamp one resume, so I don't do it anymore. But I can do a session where we are revamping our resume. We can look at our LinkedIn profile. So just if you are in any of my platforms, you can give me feedback that Today was very good. Can we look at resume revamp? Today was very good. I'm not good at personal messages, so I won't say that nobody should reach out to me. So thank you so much for joining. If you have any questions, you can drop it on any of the platforms, and I'll hope to see you next week Sunday. Today was so tight. I just came from church and I came to sit by my computer. I've not eaten. That is how passionate I am about people making the right decisions. Enough of applying to application waivers. And so this is Excel with Emmy. If you are new on this channel, we talk about career, education, and a bit of lifestyle. If these are subjects that are of interest to you, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on notification for this channel. Let's do this together. I hope that next year, 2025, you will be one of the people I'm inviting on my channel. One of these series, I have someone that I helped that will come on. He's here now reading his program. He got funding. He got a professor that actually gave him funding. So it is possible. No matter how many times you have tried, I'm very confident that while we are doing it this way, things will work out in your favor. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you share the link with other people. Tell them that we have started a serious series, so they should get on board. Tell them to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.